This is one of the most all-around desserts that you can make for any occasion, whether it's the 4th, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, your birthday, a family cookout, whenever. It is just that good, and so that's why today we are making a good old cobbler. That's right, today we are doing a peach cobbler. That's right, a peach cobbler with a pie crust. I like pie crust because it's more flaky and more buttery that way to me, because I know most people usually do either the pie crust or they do the baked up dough that comes around the peaches. I like the pie crust version. The baked up dough, it doesn't be as crispy and stuff to me. It seems a little bit more mushy. And then especially when it sits up overnight and stuff, it gets like very mushy. But I like the pie crust dough for the crispiness. Crispiness. You get what I'm saying. But we are doing two different types of cobblers today. We are doing peach and a strawberry cobbler. Now, I've already done somewhat of a peach cobbler recipe before on my channel, and I'm gonna probably post a link to this video like down below or like right up here. I did peach cobbler egg rolls, and so pretty much we're gonna be doing pretty much that same recipe to make this peach cobbler, but instead of egg rolls, we're baking it in the actual, oops, sorry about that, I lost my balance. We're baking it in an actual dish, but hold on. Yeah, a Pyrex. So now let's get to mixing together these ingredients. Here go the ingredients, very simple. I got a bowl of peaches, which is 32 ounces, or 2 1-pound bags of frozen peaches. I like to use frozen peaches or most frozen vegetables, or try to be as fresh as I can, but I mostly use frozen. I don't like fruit that sits up in all of that corn syrup inside of cans and stuff, so I try to always use frozen. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, the cinnamon, and nutmeg. Now we just mix it all together inside these peaches. We just give this all a good mix. And once all mixed together, we're gonna add this to our pot. Now in a large pot over medium heat, we're gonna add in half a stick or 4 tablespoons of butter and let that melt down. Once the butter is melted down a good amount, we're gonna add in our peach mixture. Come on, get on up in there. Along with 2 cups of water. And we are gonna let this come to a boil and start cooking down. And while the peaches are cooking down, let's work on our crust. And like I said, I'm using pie crust. You know, you don't gotta spend the money and go get Pillsbury. Regular, you know, Kroger brand or store brand of pie crust works good too. Got Pam. Give it a good shake, and all you're gonna do is just lightly spray the inside of your Pyrex dish. Once the Pyrex dish is coated, set it to the side and take out your pie crust and roll it on out. Now what you're gonna wanna do is take a rolling pin and kind of thin it out some. And we're stretching this out because once we put it onto the Pyrex dish, you know, once this cooks down, it's gonna shrink down, all right? I get spread out a good amount. So now all we're gonna do is place it inside of here and press down and pull up on it. Now for all the excess, you can trim it off, and that's what I'm gonna do real. Okay, ice machine. Now, as I was saying, I'm gonna trim off all this excess real quick. And now we are gonna pre-bake this bottom crust inside the oven so that it can be nice and flaky and crunchy. I'm sorry, y'all. But before we do that, we're gonna use a fork to poke a few holes in it so that it doesn't bubble up too much. All right, holes all poked in, and now we are about to go throw this inside the oven that's preheated to 375 degrees for the next 15 minutes or until it's nicely brown. And once it comes to a nice boil, we're gonna add in some vanilla extract, probably about a tablespoon. And now, just like with my peach cobbler egg roll recipe, we're adding in the secret ingredient to my peach cobbler, which is rum. Exactly, Puerto Rican rum, Dun Q. I love it. This is only going to take about a couple tablespoons. You know, you can eyeball it if you want to. And we are now going to let that cook down. We are going to let the alcohol cook off, and that rum is going to leave a nice flavor to it. Once it has cooked down, we are now going to take a cornstarch slurry, which is equal parts cornstarch to equal parts water. And you know, a slurry helps thickens up things and also helps make sauces and gravies and everything else. But yeah, we're going to slowly start pouring in our slurry. And this is going to thicken up the filling. And already I can feel the tension in the spoon. This thicken up, like it's going to thicken up quite fast. And now we just let this cook and get thick some more, and then we're gonna be ready to assemble everything and then bake it to the final product. Bottom crust is out the oven. It's cooked down nicely, and I told you that it would shrink down while baking, but that's okay because this is just a bottom layer. Our peach filling is all cooked down and it smells lovely. And now what we're gonna do is take this peach filling and just pour it on in. Pour that in. I still got a little bit left. That can be saved later for as a topping or anything else. Take your second pie crust that comes in the pack. Roll it out just a little bit. This one can still be left kind of thick. Now we're just gonna cut out a long rectangle that's gonna go on top. About that much. Pull this off. Set that to the side. And this is gonna be our crust that goes on top. Just gonna gently place that on top like that. And take our knife and make a few score marks. That one was ugly, this one is better. And now we're gonna take some butter that I got melted down, take our brush, and just pat the top of the crust. This is gonna help make it a buttery, golden, flaky crust. A brown sugar or white sugar mixture, we're just gonna sprinkle that on top. This is gonna help caramelize and help deepen that color even more. And just a light dusting of cinnamon on top, just a light dusting. And now this goes into that same preheated 375-degree oven for 30 minutes. Now, while the peach cobbler is in the oven baking, let's get to working on the strawberry cobbler. And it's very fast and very simple. You take one bowl of frozen or fresh strawberries, whichever your preference is. You know, I do everything frozen. Then you add in a cup of sugar, then you give that a good old mix. And you add your strawberries to a pot containing 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and you start to cook those down with 2 cups of water. And now you just mix it all together on a medium heat, and once it gets to fully cooked, we're gonna add in our slurry. Just like we added to the peach filling, we're gonna add in a slurry to the strawberry filling. And then once it's all cooked down, we add the strawberry filling to our pie crust inside of a container. And yes, I know I have an aluminum container. It is what it is. I don't have extra Pyrex. I don't have money like that. But yeah, we're gonna lay on our pie crust. Do the little slits in the middle. I added extra pie crust to this because I kind of realized I put too much filling inside the strawberry cobbler, but it's still gonna turn out good, and we throw it inside that same oven. And after 30 minutes in the oven, both cobblers are ready. Pulling them out, and they are both flaky golden brown. And here we are. Both cobblers all done. We got the peach cobbler and we got the strawberry cobbler right here. Now we're gonna let these cool down for a few minutes because these are piping hot, and you know we ain't trying to burn our mouths biting into them, even though that's what most of us usually do with good food. You know those moments when we bite into something piping hot, but it's so good we don't want to spit it out, and we do the little hustle sound. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen if we bite into these or dig into these. But we're gonna wait for these to cool down some, and then we're gonna dig in. And here we have the peach and the strawberry. Got T in the video. I know y'all ain't seen her in a long time. This is my boy Pikachu, aka Deshaun, aka Mickey Mouse.
I'm sticking picture. Right now I got this big spoon, and this right here is peach cobbler.
Yes. Ooh. Man, if you don't eat the damn cobbler.
Might be hot.
That don't sound like no fire. This tastes better than the strawberry cobbler at Outback.
I like the peach cobbler for sure.
Not Outback.
One thing I like about peach cobbler though, the crust gotta be right. It's not too sweet. It's a good taste.
But no, seriously, this tastes better than what's the fast food restaurant? It's the yellow and black building. Don't nobody really go to it.
Yellow and black building.
It ain't Outback. But don't nobody go to it, but it's open. But they serve strawberry cobbler, and I've tasted it. Didn't really like it. But I could eat this.
Say less.
Strawberry peach cobbler for the win.
Absolutely.
I didn't tasted this before. I don't know from where, but it's got a similar taste.
I'm telling y'all, the fast food restaurant. I can't think of the name, but
You're doing both.
Backyard Burger.
Backyard burger. Oh, so my peach cobbler and strawberry cobbler better than backyard burgers.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all like this video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer and closer to 100,000. I keep telling y'all, once I reach 100,000, I'm not only going to release the website, I'm going to also release the secret season. So,
And he gonna release his OnlyFans.
that too.